Aren't you sick of living a shit life? Being depressed all the time, being anxious, not being able to communicate with other people, not having many friends, the relationship you have with your friends are really shallow and not deep. You just don't enjoy life like other people can enjoy. It feels like you're an outcast. Your mental health is terrible. What if I told you you can change this? You can totally transform your life without taking any pills, any supplements, without taking anything. You can finally make friends that are there to support you. You can finally stop having millions of thoughts in your head, millions of anxious and depressed thoughts in your head. You can finally stop that with just a few simple steps, a few simple mindset changes that, if you keep in mind, you will be out of depression and you will stop having anxiety by the end of a few months, even less. And it is possible. You can genuinely feel happy and enjoy life again and see its true colors again. And as I said, it's really simple. And you might be wondering, why should I do this? My life is really okay. My life is kind of good. Why should I do this? But your life is nowhere near as good as it can be. I can tell you exactly how to change your life because I had the same question. 2 years ago, I had the same question. Why should I change? Why would I need to change? I just don't believe I could change. Why should I bother? Why should I even bother? And I don't know if you know my story, but if you don't, it's really helpful for you to listen to this, to kind of know where I was and how drastic you can change yourself in a few days, even a few weeks. And I will go into detail, into a lot of detail, even if you know me. It all started when the lockdown started. We couldn't leave our houses, we couldn't go to school, we couldn't do anything, and we had to stay inside. We couldn't even get a haircut. It was awful. Life was awful. And I had friends at school, people I consider friends, even though we weren't that close. I had places to go with that just I couldn't go anymore. So I was left alone in my room for 24 hours a day, not having anything to do. So I discovered Twitch. I discovered the streaming platform of Twitch, and I got really addicted to video games. Bro, I genuinely had every single day it was free. I didn't have to go outside. I couldn't go outside. I didn't have to go to school. It was online. So all I had to do was sit at home on on my chair, look at Twitch, play video games, maybe chat with some people, and that was my daily routine. I felt the need to be connected. So through Twitch, I felt connected. I could talk with streamers. I could talk with people over Discord. I joined a ton of communities. I made kind of a ton of friends, but it was all online and it wasn't anything deep. We were just friends from Discord. We were just hanging out buddies, you know? It wasn't anything special. And I became a full on gamer. I downloaded Minecraft. I started playing Minecraft on my Xbox. I got Minecraft Java Edition on my laptop for free. Somebody gifted to me, one of my friends over Discord, and I started playing non-stop. I downloaded Valorant. I downloaded other games on my phone. I stayed on TikTok 12 hours a day, every single day. Even though I was still playing video games, I was still on TikTok somehow. And everything went down. My life went down. Even though I was having fun, I was still hanging out with people kinda online. I wasn't speaking to them, but I was just chatting. I didn't have the confidence to actually speak in English at that time. So the connections were shit. I was filled with anxiety, depression. I was feeling alone because I was talking with those people, but they only consider me like a Discord buddy. I wanted real friends. I wanted real relationships. And I was Discord buddies with them. I was just another guy that was online on Discord and that they would just message randomly when they would get bored. I wanted more. But it all changed when my family forced me to go on a trip. It was over a year after the lockdown started and everything started to warm up. So people could actually go out and like go to other places without any problems. So my church organized a trip to another city in my country. And bro, my parents made me go. I didn't want to go. It was a way for me to see more people. And that year, I genuinely didn't leave the house because one, the lockdown, And two, I wanted to be inside to play video games with my friends. But my family made me go, and I didn't have anything to tell them to let me stay. So I went. And on that trip, I made my first ever girlfriend. On September 2021, I got my first ever girlfriend. And the relationship lasted for a month. Not even like a month. It doesn't matter. The relationship ended shortly after that. It was like a month long relationship. And bro, I was destroyed. And destroyed is a really good word for the way I was experiencing, for the way I was feeling. Bro, I felt like my world didn't have any meaning. I felt hopeless. And I can't even explain how bad I felt. For 2 weeks, I genuinely cried non-stop. For whole week, like both of the weeks, I cried non-stop from every single small thing. Everything was making me thinking of her. I got so attached to her, even though the relationship was for a month. I was so attached to her, and I was depressed for 2 months after the breakup, just because of that, just because of her. And I didn't even want to be alive. I was indulging in every single activity that made me feel something, that made me feel any kind of pleasure. I was fapping, watching TikTok, playing video games, watching movies, doing all the instant gratification activities, eating junk food. I was doing all of them just because I wanted to feel something, to feel that gap that was inside of me, the gap that was there because of her. But it didn't work, and I'm glad it didn't work. In that period, schools started to open up in my country, and we were actually supposed to go to school. We went to school. So I thought, bro, I need to get my things together. I need to get my shit together. And I tried to talk with a classmate. Somehow we ended up being outside together, and I just talked with him. And I threw out like this idea in the air. Why not go to the gym? Let's start going to the gym. I told him, yeah, it might be fun. Why not try it? And he agreed with me. And he looked online at gyms around our area, and we got a membership at the gym. And bro, my life changed after that. I started going with him. I became like, I started communicating with him, became friends with him. Then another classmate joined, and we were like a trio. And like slowly, I started opening up. Slowly, I became more confident. Slowly, my life became better. And then after a few months, after like 6 months, I discovered self improvement for real. And bro, after I started meditating, after I started doing gratitude journaling, my life changed. And I can't even explain how good my life became. I genuinely took a 180 to my life. My life was shit in October. In October, I couldn't even be present. I couldn't even talk with a person. I didn't even know what meditation was at that time. And in March, I was more present than everyone around me. I was the only one that could be in the present moment, focusing on a conversation, focusing on whatever was happening. I found everything about self improvement weird. The habits, the mindset, the way that it changed you. I found it weird, but I still trusted those guys. I still trusted the guys that led me to learn about self improvement. And I'm really grateful I did. See what I did there? I'm grateful that I found self improvement. Grateful wasn't even in my vocabulary in October, and now I use it every single day. I think of things that I'm grateful for every single day, every single like hour, and it's really beautiful. It's the best decision I did to get on self improvement. And maybe this story resonates with you. Maybe you're also one of those guys that spends 12 hours on TikTok a day, that never went to the gym in their lives, that has anxiety all the time, that doesn't have good friends, that has depression, that has bad thoughts all day, every single second. Maybe you're like one of those. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you are like I was. But you can change. There is hope for you because I changed. And I was horrible. I was a total downness. I was at the lowest point ever. And I still changed. And I still overcame the addictions. I still overcame the bad habits. And I started doing the good ones. And if I could, if I made the switch, you can as well. I'm 100% positive about that. And I'm telling you, if I never went on self improvement, I wouldn't be here. I know you might think, yeah, you're lying, but I don't think I would have been alive. I don't think that I would have escaped, or I could have lived so long with those dark thoughts, with that low confidence, anxiety, all the bad symptoms. Of course, you know about them. I don't think I could have lived with bad mental health. That's why I really know, I really want you to succeed. I really want you to change. And trust me, change is possible. Like, out of all of the things that you should worry about, changing, like this thing working, should be like the lowest worry, because it works. Trust me, it works. And it works really, really well. I will teach you exactly how to do it. But you need to watch this full video. You need to give it your full attention. Because if you're there just wandering around, maybe on your phone, maybe you're opening other tabs and you're passively listening to me, it's wasted time. You will be wasting time. You need to put this video on full screen, watch as much as you can. If you can't in one go, maybe watch another time. Try to watch it all. I know your attention span will suffer. I know it will be hard, but it will be really rewarding. And your life will change in ways you can't even imagine. And the only way this would work is if you followed what I said, if you follow what I say, and you do as I say. Unless you do that, I will be wasting time and you will be wasting time as well by watching this. So put this into practice. Let's get into the video. Step 1, mindset. I hope by now I convinced you. All the people that didn't want to change their lives left. So I will talk to you, like a brother, like you really want to change your life. Bro, you're in the top 1% of people for doing this. Look at the view count on this video. It might not be much, but you are one of the people that change. The other 100 people just don't care, just don't want to change, but you want to. There's 2 things I want to tell you about mentality. You will achieve a lot of things, a lot of great things. You will get ahead of 99% of people, 99.9% of people, because most people will not be doing the habits that I already told you. Most people clicked off, bro. So you know about them, they don't. You will surpass them. You, by doing the good habits, you will surpass them. It's inevitable. But I don't want you to think that you're better. Of course, you will be better. Of course, you will get better than all of your classmates. Of course, when you walk down the street and see 100 people, you will know, oh, I'm better than all of you. Bro, you will know this. You will feel it. But I don't want you to act it. I don't want you to act like you're better than them. Be humble. The biggest mistake I see people do is they get on self-improvement, they become better than everyone, and then they start demoralizing others. They start telling, yeah, I'm better than you, like you're a piece of shit. You're still playing video games? Oh, damn, you're still a piece of shit. And they think that they're better, but in reality, if they do this, like they're lower than them. Just be humble and don't become an asshole. Still help others, and I will go into more detail later because it's deeper than anything. Help others when you should, but don't demoralize them. You will become better than them, of course, but don't act that way. Don't become that random asshole that just insults people out of nowhere. Be humble. And self-improvement is awesome. I want you to get this into your mind. And the next thing that I will tell you, self-improvement is for life. It doesn't matter if you fuck up 2 weeks in a row. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are a self-improvement for life. 2 weeks, in the grand scheme of things, are nothing. Imagine like 60 years out of your life. These are 60 years. What are 2 weeks? It's like a small dot right here. It doesn't matter if you play video games 2 days in a row, if you have 2 days in a row. What matters is that you continue to change, you continue to grow and overcome these addictions. If you mess up, don't punch yourself down because you just messed up. If you forget to meditate for 2 weeks, it's okay. What matters and what you should be doing is to make sure that the next 2 weeks you are as consistent as possible. You meditate as much as you can, as much as you should. And then the next 2 weeks, you pump up the number, and you slowly do the good habits again. But because, bro, it happens. I still get on social media. I still forget to meditate for 3 days in a row. I still forget to journal. It happens. What matters is your mentality about it. If you just punch yourself down and you think you're a failure for this, and the next day you do 10 times as much habits, you will just lose on the long run. What matters is if today you are 2 hours on social media, you make sure that tomorrow you are an hour. And the next day you're half an hour. Then the next day you're 15 minutes. And then the next day you're done with social media. Of course, in 2 weeks, you might get addiction again. You might open Instagram again and start scrolling. What matters is you make sure you get out of it and you stop doing it. You need to focus on your future self. You right now, you're a nobody. You don't have anything to prove. You have anxiety, you play video games, and of course that's a bad thing. But your future self is what matters. Your future self, you in the future is what matters. Because bro, you right now, the right now moment is gone. As I said that, the right now moment is gone. We are in a new right now moment and it's already gone. What matters is the future self. You need to prioritize your future self. Don't do a habit that will damage your future self. Do habits that will make it better, that will make your future self better. If you keep that in mind throughout your day, throughout like your full days, if you prioritize him over you right now, you won. You genuinely won. You need to prioritize your future self if you want to succeed. Step 2, mental health. Now that I got those things out of the way, I want to talk about mental health. Mental health is genuinely the thing that will shape all of your days. Mental health, if you have good mental health, you can make millions. If you have bad mental health, you will live a shit life. It's the most important thing to you. It will influence your day-to-day life. And I have to tell you 2 scenarios. There's a guy with good mental health, let's call him Joe, and the guy with bad mental health, Andrew. Do you think Joe messes up his NoFap streak? Do you think Joe wakes up and doesn't feel like going to the gym? Do you feel like it's hard for him to go to the gym? Of course not. He has good mental health. He doesn't have to worry about it. He doesn't scroll on social media. He doesn't fap. He goes to the gym flawlessly. He's excited to do any good habit and just doesn't feel like doing any bad habit. But the second guy is depressed, anxious, his room is dirty. Of course, he can't go to the gym consistently. Of course, he forgets to meditate. Of course, he does the bad habits like fapping and playing video games and scrolling on social media because it's easy for him to be low. He has bad mental health. He barely goes outside. He only wants to indulge. He doesn't focus on his future self. That's the difference between these two. For one, it's easier to do all the good habits and it's hard to do the bad ones. For the second, it's hard to do the good habits and easy to do the bad ones. And self-improvement is mostly about improving your mental health. Man, let me tell you a secret. The 2 best activities, the 2 best habits that will influence your mental health for the better, in the best way possible, is meditation and gratitude journaling. These 2 had the biggest impact on my life. If I think about my self-improvement journey, everything changed once I started meditating consistently. Everything changed as soon as I started gratitude journaling. They work together perfectly because meditation gets your thoughts empty. It empties your head. If you meditate, it's just emptiness there. You become present and focus on the present moment, and your thoughts go away. The space here is empty, and by gratitude journaling, it gets filled with positive thoughts. You will become grateful for small things. You will be happy for life. You'll be grateful that you see the sunset, the sunrise. You'll be grateful for the leaves on the trees. Meditation clears your head. Gratitude journaling fills it up with positive emotions, with good thoughts. And the best activity to quit to get better mental health is social media. If you quit social media, your mental health will get better than 100 times. It's literally the highest ROI activity that you can do. Stopping being on social media. It's that simple. I know it doesn't sound that simple. I know it might be not that simple. But if you do it, you will see that you will become so much more present, so much more positive. You will not have as many negative thoughts. Because a source of negative thoughts, a stream of negative thoughts comes from social media. The anxiety that it gives you, the fear of missing out that you have from it. And it's really a positive because you will just forget about your phone and you will be more in the present moment. And it's just beautiful. So one step that I have for you is to quit social media. Quit Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I mean, YouTube is a weird one because you can get good things out of it and bad things out of it, like this video. But if you quit social media, try to limit the bad things from YouTube. You can still use YouTube, of course. You can still watch my videos, give me watch time, but try to limit like the instant gratification videos. I will explain what that means. Instant and delayed gratification. Just don't watch really dopaminergic videos. Watch long form videos like this one, unedited videos like this one, not filled with like booms and sound effects and videos. Really simple, long form content. Quit Twitter, Reddit, Discord, these dopaminergic apps, and you will see that your life will just change forever. Step 3, taking action. Self improvement is mostly all about taking action. You might know all the things there is about this universe, but if you don't put it into practice, if you can't express it, it's useless. You can't get the benefits from self improvement without actively removing the things that are harming your life and actively doing the things or achieve like getting the things that will benefit your life, that will make your life better. And you need to take action to do that. You can't just sit there and wait for them to come to you. It doesn't work like that. I wish it would work like that. And this gets me to a concept: instant and delayed gratification activities. Instant gratification activities are activities that make you feel pleasure right now, but in the future they make you feel bad. While you're on the app, while you're doing the instant gratification activity, you feel really awesome, you feel really good, but after you're done with it, you feel really shit. Let's take, for example, video games. I know you're playing video games. How do you feel after a gaming session? You feel bad. You feel worse. While you're playing, you feel awesome. You feel really happy. You feel proper enjoyed. But after you're done with it, all that enjoyment is gone. All that pleasure is gone. And you're left empty, alone. After you're done scrolling on TikTok, how do you feel? Do you feel really awesome and happy? Of course not. You feel happy in a fake sense, only while you're on the app. After you're done with it, it's gone. That's instant gratification activities. Delayed gratification activities, on the other hand, are activities that give you pleasure in the future. They might not make you feel good right now, but they make you feel good in the future. So, for example, going to the gym. You might feel really good while going to the gym, but the most important benefit is making muscle in the future. You don't make muscle by going once at the gym. You make muscles by going 6 times a week for a year. You make muscles in the future. For example, cold showers. You might not feel that awesome while you're in the shower, but you feel good after it. You feel refreshed after it. You feel the benefits after it, not during it. So of course, some daily gratification activities feel really hard right now, but in the future they give you like the benefits. But some, and there are some for you, that feel good in the moment and they give you pleasure in the future as well. And that's the best activity that you can do for you. And you will find out about it. So the instant gratification activities are things like video games, anime, social media, fapping, watching movies. These make you feel good right now, but in the future, they're worse. And delayed gratification activities are activities like the gym, meditating, gratitude journaling, reading, learning. You don't feel good while you're doing them, or you might be feeling good while you do them, but the most benefit comes in the future self. And if you didn't understand this, let me tell you an example. Imagine you're walking. You're genuinely just walking and you have a rock in your hand. This is the rock. If you walk and you throw the rock upwards, How does it land? It lands downwards. It lands here. This is instant gratification activities. While you're walking, you throw the pleasure up, and because you're walking, when it falls back down, it's in the past. The pleasure is gone already. There's no way to get that pleasure back. But delayed gratification activities were like this. This is you, this is the rock. By doing delayed gratification activities, you throw the rock in the future. So when you walk into it. You walk into the pleasure. Of course, some activities may throw the rock right here. Some may throw the rock 20 years into the future. What you have to do is continue throwing the rock. Continue doing that thing. Because you might not feel awesome in the first month of doing it. You might throw the rock far away. But if you throw thousands of rocks, you will walk into thousands of pleasures. You will get a pleasure afterwards. And you will feel the benefits when they hit you. Trust me, it's really beautiful. And I've told you about the good and the bad habits. And you might be overwhelmed by this. Don't be. And don't make the mistake that I see a lot of people do. You need to start small. You know about the good habits. You know about the bad habits. You do all bad habits and you do no good habits. What I wanted to do is don't think like, oh, I see all the good habits. I will do all of them. I will do 10 hours meditating. I will go to the gym for 24 hours. I will do as much as possible in a day. That's a mistake. That's a huge mistake. At first, you need to start small. You are doing all the bad habits. You slowly need to transition into the good ones. If you do, as I said, like if you try to do all the bad habits at the start and go full on the good habits, you will get way too overwhelmed. You will get way too exhausted and you will just stop doing them. So you need to start small. Working out, you need to do one push-up. Meditation, you need to take one mindfulness breath. That's it. You need to start doing them, but at the lowest level ever. Because when you start video games, when you're level 1 in video games, you can't beat the level 100 boss. You need to start with the level 1 boss. You need to start with the smallest items. That's what I want you to think. You're not level 100 in this game. Some people are. Some people are high level. They can do the good habits every single day, all of them at the highest level possible. They can. But you can't yet. You need to start at your level. You need to do one push-up. You need to write one word of gratitude. You need to do one breath of mindfulness meditation. And that will be enough at the start. You need to get the ball rolling. You need to start small because in the first day, you will not get much. But by doing one push-up the first day will lead to 2 the second day. And the third day will lead to 3. And so on and so forth. One push-up won't make you muscular, but it will get the ball rolling. It will make it easier for you in the future to do the good habits. Because as I said, this is for life. You don't need to start doing all of them right here, right now. You have 20 years to do them. You have months and months and months and months to do them. Why start like huge now? Slowly build up to it. Get the habit first, and then it will be 100 times easier to continue doing it. And to help you, I've made a free habit tracker in the description below. It's on Notion if you want to check it out. And while you're there, just subscribe, bro, and join the Discord. I would really love to see you there. Step 4, attention span. If you're still watching this, I really want to applaud you. And I want to tell you that you have higher attention span than 99.999% of people on this earth. They don't have the attention span to watch a 40-minute video with no edits, with like minimal edits, and without all like flashiness and music and this and this. You need to get attention span. And if you're still watching, you have the attention span. But you need to get better at it. You need to watch these types of videos, this type of content, to get the knowledge out of it. Because bro, how do you think you will get the knowledge about self-improvement without watching a lot of videos on it? Do you think that you could get the knowledge without having the attention span? Do you think that you could have gotten the knowledge from this video without the attention span? Of course not. And I know it's not the sexy answer, but it's the truth. You need to get the knowledge, let's say from books, from videos, from podcasts. And to do that, you need the attention span. And I know you're really bored by now. So unless you get better at this skill, because attention spanning is a skill, unless you get better at it, you won't get the information out of books, out of podcasts, out of like this type of videos, like full guides. You will not get the information out of it. It will be just unknown information that could change your life, but it's unknown to you because you don't have the attention span. So take a step back from this dopaminergic world. Everything has shorts. Every platform has short these days. The average person spends at least 5 hours on TikTok. Do you think that they have high attention span? Of course not. If they watch something and they need to refresh it every 2.5 seconds, it's impossible for them to watch these types of videos. And as I said, the best way to train your attention span is to genuinely watch these types of videos, is to genuinely read books. Take a step back from this like dopamine and short form content, watch more of the long form content to get the knowledge, to know how to put it into practice. You need to be more outside and watch long form content like this. And if you want something like practical, go on Spotify or whatever you're on and search Huberman Lab podcast. This guy is a neuroscientist and he has amazing podcasts with a ton of information. And if you want to change your attention span, listen to that. When you go to school, don't listen to like your shit music. Listen to this guy. Listen to his knowledge. Learn from him. I've gotten so much information out of him. Bro, I'm like literally on episode 30 and his podcasts are 2.5 hours long. I've watched 30 of them. I have the attention span for it. And without it, how could I get the knowledge? I hope I drilled this into your mind. I hope you will take some action by now. Go now and follow this guy and listen to his podcasts to get the knowledge and train your attention span. Step 5, physical attractiveness. This was single-handedly the best activity that got me out of a rut. The best thing that I did to my life. Without it, I don't think I would be here. Of course, I discovered self-improvement, but if I never went to the gym, I don't think I would have discovered self-improvement. You are in a rut right now. You are really low. You have a shit life. And you need to do something productive. You need to do a delayed gratification activity. And the best one, especially if you're playing video games, if you're a video gamer right now, the best activity to get into and the most fun and the most rewarding will be going to the gym. There is literally no risk. It's productive, it's fun, you can socialize, and it's a lot more similar to video games than you think. Bro, the gym helped me quit video games for once, for good. They helped me get over that addiction. Nothing else did. Only video games helped me with that. They helped me become more confident. They helped me socialize more. And the best of them all, they made me look attractive. They made me actually like myself for once. And bro, look at this. In 2 years, without even being consistent, I made this much muscle. Like you can see like my shoulders. Like look at this, bro. 2 years. And I know 2 years sounds like a lot of time, but wouldn't you want to have muscles in 2 years? Wouldn't you want to have girls look at you in 2 years without you doing anything? You're in a tram and girls come to you and ask for your Instagram. Wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't you want to have like 2 points more on the attractiveness scale? Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want to be 2 points more attractive? 20% more attractive or 40%, I don't know the exact number. Who wouldn't want to have that? Just by going to the gym. And I know it sounds easy. It sounds easy on paper, but maybe you've tried. Maybe you're too scared to do it. I will make a full guide to starting the gym, to starting going to the gym. And if it's out by now, it will be like a no pop-up or at the end of the video. But if it isn't, scroll down and subscribe to see it when it comes out. it will be really helpful. And it's something that I wish I had when I first started going. But at first, like the simple secret, if you can't wait for my full guide, start going. That's it. Start going. You may not be sure if you should go or not, but just start. Get a membership at the gym and start. It doesn't matter what you do for the first week. It doesn't matter, but just start. Do some random ab exercises, do some random bicep curls. It doesn't matter. Start. And then you can focus on like workout routines and diet and everything. But at first you need to get consistent. Go at least 3 times a week. Be consistent, and then we will talk about like workout routines and everything. But if you're debating if you should start going to the gym or not, or you're scared to start, just go. Simple. Step 6, socializing. And it's a really important thing from your life. And the thing is, it's a double-edged sword. It can make you or break you. It can be really helpful at some times, but really damaging at other times. And I want you to know the difference. And there are 2 things I will talk about: your current and your future relationships. You right now probably have shit friends. You probably have dumb friends that play video games, that do all the bad habits, that drag you down, and you shouldn't want that. Imagine running a race, a marathon, with a heavy ass rock tied to you, like a rock tied to your waist, holding you back. You can still run, of course, but it takes you 3 times as much energy to move because of that rock. Would it be worth running that marathon with the rock tied to you? Would it be worth having that like energy gone to waste just because of that rock? Of course not. It makes no sense. You would cut the rope. You would just be free to like run as much as you could, as fast as you could, without being held back by that rock. Well, why don't you do the same about bad friends? Bad friends are exactly like a heavy ass rock while you're trying to run. They keep you down. They keep you in the same spot. You try to make progress, but that rock is there. That thing is there, holding you back, keeping you back. Of course, you can still make some progress, but it's just pointless. It's not like smart to waste all that energy to make the same amount of progress. And friends have a higher impact on you than you think, especially the bad friends, because they're acting the same way as a rock. But even worse, they're a rock that moves backwards, and they drag you backwards. You, on self-improvement, are on a path that many of your friends aren't. You, let's say, are at this level, and your friends are here. If you want to achieve like levels that are up here, if you want to level yourself up, you can't. You will just be at this level, your friends here, and they will just stop you from going up. If you want to go up, you need to push and also bring them up, and they don't want to do that, and they will keep you down. What you have to do is take a step back from your friends and then work on yourself, and then you will be able to achieve great stuff, because they won't be there to stop you. They won't be that bottleneck that will stop you from achieving what you want. You need to take a step back, get up, and then you will get at the level that you want to become. And the best thing about this is that once you're here, you will be able to attract people that are on your level. You will be able to attract the people that are on your level. Before this, your friends were at this level, and now because you've leveled up, you can attract these people. But you cannot do that if you're at the low level. It's impossible to attract people here if you're here. You just can't kiss. It's impossible for you to kiss. You need to take a step back, go up, and you will be able to kiss here. That's the only way to make better friends and to grow. In the future, you will be able to make friends that are on the same path as you, and you will complement each other. You will help each other grow even more, because those people that are up here will also want to grow with you. They are sick of being at that low level. They've grew like as you did, and they will also want to grow. So it's not like a bottleneck. It's not like you just can't grow after this. You both go up. with the help of each other. And then what I wanted to do with all this free time that you will get from quitting social media and all these bad habits is to start reading a book. The book is called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I don't think I've said his name right, but How to Win Friends and Influence People is the best book on social skills. The best book that you can learn and read about and learn how to socialize with people. It will make it so easy to make new friends and make better connections with the people that you're already friends with. You will be able to socialize with absolutely anybody and feel interesting, be interesting. This is a book that every single person should read. Bro, if every single person on this earth would read this book, it would become genuinely a better world. If everyone knew about this, if everyone learned these principles and applied them. Because without taking action, learning is nothing. So apply them, learn the book and apply them as soon as you read the book. Like while reading it and you get an idea of how to implement it in real life, you go and implement it. You go and speak with your family, with your friends, and implement what you've just learned. You learn how to smile, you go talk with a person and smile during the conversation. You learn how to be interested in them, you open a conversation and you are interested in that person. You can do it online, you can do it in person, and online works as well. And if you want to find like another community, join my Discord. I'm trying to grow it and I would love to see you there. Just join it. If you get on a voice call, I will maybe join, other people could join, and you can just learn and you can just apply the principles from the book. But this book is a must. If you want to make better connections and socialize better, this book is a must. And I have to tell you something about bad friends. You can still talk with them. You can still socialize with them, but they shouldn't be your friends. You should still socialize, of course. People, like humans, are social creatures. Of course, they should socialize, but do not be friends with them. Being friends with someone is a higher stake thing than just socializing. You can socialize with a stranger and not affect them. You can socialize with a homeless person that's demoralizing you and it won't really affect you. But when your friend demoralizes you, then it's like you lost. And you can still talk with them, but just keep in mind the rock. Don't let them affect you. But here's a big but. That doesn't mean you shouldn't help them. If they come to you to ask for advice on how to quit video games, how to sleep better, how to do this and this, you should help them. You should help your brothers, the people in your community, because then it's pointless. You've gotten to a better point. Your goal should be to help others to get to your point as well. Why do you think I'm making these videos? So that you that are watching, you learn and get on the same path as me. You change your life as well. And I know what you're thinking. Isn't it bad to abandon your friends? To just leave them alone, to not talk with them? It is. But would you rather put them first or you first? Would you rather focus on yourself on them? Of course, sometimes it's okay to focus on them, but don't do it your whole life, because then you're left alone. If you don't have yourself, who do you have? Nobody. And there's a sad reality about helping others that you will find out about. If you get on self-improvement, you will get this urge to help others. It will just come naturally to you. You will see how good life is, and you will want to help others to better their lives. But there's a small catch. You can't help anybody. You can't help everyone. Not everybody wants your help. And you will learn about this the hard way. Because you are on this path. You've seen how good life is. And you want to help others. But they don't want your help. You might have the best intentions. You want the best for them. But if they don't want to change, if the change doesn't come from them, you can't help them. You can't force them. I know it sucks, but it is what it is. You can only help the people that come to you. Like if you perfect your sleep, you can't go to a person and make him perfect their sleep as well. You can only help the people. Of course, you can give tips. I'm not saying this. Like, oh, you can just try sleeping more. Or you can try this with your mouth. You can try doing this before sleep. Of course, you can still give tips. They might listen or not, but you can truly help the people that really want your help. If a person comes to you and specifically asks you for advice on how to get better at sleeping, how to improve your sleep, how to sleep more, how to not feel like tired all the time, only then you can help them. Only then you can truly help them. If they come for advice, only then you can help them. And I have an experience. My friend came to me to ask for tips on sleeping. And of course, I've read books on sleep. I've tried to perfect my sleep for the past few months. And of course, I wanted to help them, but I didn't go to him. He came to me. And I realized, oh, he actually needs my help. He actually is willing to listen. But it wasn't real. He came to me. He asked me for tips on how to get better sleep. And as I was asking him questions about, like, to realize what was the cause of the problems, he just turned around and started speaking with someone else. He'd hear a noise and would look in that direction. He wouldn't pay attention to me. He wouldn't listen to my tips. And I realized at that moment, oh, he doesn't really listen. So it's a waste of time. It's pointless to explain a concept to somebody that doesn't listen. You're wasting your time and their time as well. And if you get better and other people see that, there will be some people that will come to you. Only those people you can truly help. And to wrap all things up, self-improvement is a beautiful journey that I wish every single person on this earth could get to it. I hope every single person would start self-improvement and they would, like, perfect their lives. I would love to see other people on it. I would love to speak with a random person and know that, oh, he's been meditating. He's actually paying attention to me. He knows the principles from the book. He knows how to actually act. He knows he's been to the gym for a long time. He's consistent. Bro, it would be amazing. It would be so awesome. And if people do this, you will have other people to grow with. Because if nobody is doing the good habits, then you can't do any good habits with anybody. Because nobody is doing them. So if other people get on the same path as you, you can do the good habits together. You can stop doing the bad habits together. And to recap, download the habit tracker from the description and do the good habits every single day. These are going to the gym. I mean, not just going to the gym, exercising in general, meditating, gratitude journaling, and reading. These 4 will change your life in just a few weeks. And keep in mind, at first, it needs to be small. At working out, do a few push-ups. For meditation, don't start with 20 minutes on the app and do 20 minutes of meditation from the get-go. Start small, a few breaths. From gratitude, don't write a full page of, like, words. 1 word is enough. For reading, don't read the full book. Read a few words, a few paragraphs. And I realized now that I didn't explain how to do the good habits, how to do the habits that will change you. So I will explain them right now. For exercise, it's straightforward. You either go to the gym or you just start small, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, even some ab exercises. It doesn't matter. It has to be something, and you have to be consistent. For mindfulness meditation, at first you need to start with a breath, and do this with me right now. Just take a deep breath and be as present as possible. Like, take a full breath and be as present as possible while you're taking it. And that's it. You get to tick the box. You do a push-up, tick the box. You do a breath, tick the box. For gratitude, write a word or a sentence about something that you're grateful for. So at the start, you could genuinely write pen, phone, lamp, anything. It has to be something. But the trick is to be something small. Don't write things like your family or random things like the whole world or friendship. Write something small. And for example, something I did one time was I was genuinely grateful for the dust in my room. Something like really small. And for reading, straightforward, you read. You get the book. I highly recommend How to Win Friends and Influence People. The best book on socializing. You will get better relationships with anybody from your life if you read a book and if you actually implement it. and read at least like a few words per day, a few like lines, like fuck, how's the word? A few, I forgot in English. Like a few lines from the book, a few paragraphs. It has to be something. And if you get more advanced after a few weeks, download an app called Medito for meditation. It's an app, it's free, it's totally free, and start doing 3 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes every single day until you build up to 20 minutes, an hour, like the monks do, and just be consistent. That's the key. For the gym, of course, get a membership. For gratitude journaling, the best way to write it is to just write in full sentences. I am grateful for something because of this, and it helped me with this. And the longer you write, the better. At first, it's okay, one word, it's something. But then build up to a full sentence. I am grateful for this laptop. Then talk more. I am grateful for this lamp because it has helped me record videos for the past month. Then write more. I am grateful for this water bottle because it has helped me be hydrated every single day for the past few months. It's made of plastic and I'm really grateful for the people that made it and for the person that gave it to me. Full, like a huge sentence. And as you get more advanced, you will be able to do this. And for reading, straightforward, you read more. You read on the toilet, on the bus, while you're waiting for someone. Read every single time. Every single way that you can read, just read it. And that's it. You will make a ton of progress by doing this. And in the first week or 2 weeks, you will not see progress. But trust the process. That's it. You will not see progress, but trust the process. You will see results. Throw the rock. Some rocks land closer, some of them land further away. Just keep throwing the rock. If you follow what I told you, you will see life more colorful. You will see its true colors again. Like you did when you were a small child. You will actually enjoy life again. And all the people that are inside of it, all the activities that you do inside of it, you will be grateful for every single thing, everything. Trust me. And it's beautiful. And you don't have to be alone on this journey. Of course, there will be some times where you need to be alone, but you don't have to be alone. So join the Discord. You will see other people that are on the same path as you. You will have like-minded people to speak to share thoughts with, and it will be just beautiful to see you there. I want you to be there. You could even speak to me if we get on a call somehow. It will be awesome. I put a lot of effort into this, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take some action. And as I said, without action, there's nothing. You just gain nothing. It's wasted time. So put things into practice. Download the habit tracker right now. Put it on your wall even. If you do like a real life version of it, put it on your wall and look at it and do the good habits every single day. If you enjoyed the video, scroll down and click on the subscribe button, bro. It will help both of us, especially you. Go and watch this video and join the damn Discord. See you later. Mwah.